Good evening students, welcome to Pratham Test Prep. Fresh from the oven, we are here to talk about the DU Joint Aptitude Test 2019 which happened earlier today. As we are already in the middle of a lot of queries, what was the exam all about, what was the difficulty level, how many questions should I have attempted, we are here to talk about all of that and more. Well, first things first, what was the overall exam pattern like? It stayed pretty much the same as last year and last to last year. Total of 100 questions. Maximum marks of 400 plus 4 for every right answer, minus 1 for every incorrect answer. 25 questions each for the 4 sections which are tested: quantitative aptitude, logical reasoning, general awareness and verbal ability. What changed from last year as far as the difficulty level and the pattern of the exam is concerned? Pretty much nothing. As expected, and DU JAT exam stayed pretty much true to what it has been showcasing us for the past few years, which means a total of 80 to 85 good attempts with a great level of 90 to 95% accuracy should seal the day as far as admission into Shahid Sukhdev College of Business Studies is concerned. Talking about individual sections, let's start with logical reasoning. Why logical reasoning? Because it was by far once again one of the most scoring sections of that exam. Very easy. That's only the word that comes to mind. If you've attended all your basic classes at Pratham for logical reasoning, if you've seen your e-lectures, if you've practiced even half diligently all the topics that are there to be studied for logical reasoning, there is no reason you would not have attempted all the 25 questions, if not at least 22 to 23 questions. 90 marks plus are out there for the taking. I hope most of you, if not all of you, do score those marks. Let's jump on to the next most important section, which is quantitative aptitude. What changed from last year? Once again, not much. A huge level of emphasis was given on higher mathematics. As many as 20 questions out of 25 were from higher mathematics. Even the 5 questions which we can classify as basic mathematics did have questions on topics like mensuration, trigonometry, and hence cannot really be called too much of basic mathematics. Heavily loaded in terms of quantitative and higher mathematics. A good number of attempts in this section would have been anything in the range of 18 to 20 questions. If you've attempted more than 20, you should feel in a very good space. Moving on to verbal ability, once again, no major differences versus last year. A huge chunk of emphasis was given on vocabulary, as many as 10 questions, synonyms, antonyms, usage of one word substitution were included as a part of the verbal ability section. Even the RC passage, the reading comprehension, which had a set of 5 questions, one of the questions did test you on vocabulary. Talking about the RC section as such, RC passage, reading comprehensions, fairly straightforward. It was all set of direct questions, 4 to 5 questions, would not have taken much time to read through the passage and answer the questions. The remaining questions were a combination of 2 parajumbles, 3 idioms and phrases, a few fill in the blanks questions, a few spelling questions, 2 or 3 spelling questions which were direct and out and out, which were fairly straightforward, not very difficult. Not difficult by any means, but verbal ability being a section which is verbal ability, can never call it out as an easy section. You could have done well by answering about, once again, 18 to 20 questions. If you've done with a high level of accuracy, you should feel very good about your chances and performance in the verbal ability section. Last but not the least, and once again, there is no doubt in anyone's head that the general awareness section being the make or break section in the exam, we've been calling it out all year long. It did not change or it did not disappoint any one of us. However, having said that, the trend was slightly shifted from last year. Last year, whereby the number of static GK questions came around 15, this year only 5 questions were from static GK, out of which even 1 or 2 can be borderline called as cases of current affairs as well. Around 15 questions were from current affairs, largely from the past 2-3 months, April, May and June, and about 5 questions from business awareness, questions like car brands being launched by which companies or taglines of companies. A good attempt in this to safeguard yourself and calling yourself in those top 150-200 ranks, anything 20 plus is great. If you've attempted 15 questions or more, you should feel still happy and satisfied about your performance in general. Once again, as we said right at the top, having attempted about 80-85 questions and getting most of them right is the order of the day. Combine that with your class 12th best of 4 score, and that should give you your composite score of 75-76 plus. If you score anything in the range of 78 plus, I can stick my neck out and say that you are sure shot guaranteed a place in Shahid Sukhdev College of Business Studies. Why we call that college out specifically is about the number of queries that we receive on that. But a score of 75 plus is going to be very, very good. You're going to get admissions in very good colleges for BMS. Now what is next after this? Delhi University will come up with the question paper and the answer key. You could look out for the answer key, match them with the answer key that we will provide you at Pratham. There will be a 48 hours window that will be provided for raising objections. We will guide you what questions are worth raising objections in. In my view, there is definitely probably one question in logical reasoning which might be worth raising an objection in, but we will formally communicate that to all of you via your PSIS accounts. So look out for that information, don't miss that window, and make sure that you raise the objections which are worth raising. And let's hope for the best. Wish everybody all the best. See you.